In this episode, I'm going to show you how to cross-check your AI results. You know how AI models are always warning you that they could make mistakes. This cross-check goes beyond simple mathematical checks or accuracy, but also a deep understanding of those results and values. And we will use other AI models to get this done. Hi, my name is Christian, and welcome to Creating Job Security by Mastering the AI Superstack. So the concept of AI cross-check is very simple. We're going to grab an original prompt, and then we're going to add a validation section, which is going to allow us to validate the results of the original prompt in all the different AI models. It's that simple. Okay, so for our first example, we're going to run this Uber depreciation prompt. And basically, it tries to figure out how your car depreciates when you're an Uber driver. So let me copy this. And for this first example, we're going to use Grok. So let me paste it in here. Now it's going to take a few minutes to run. And I'm going to show you which vehicle we're going to input. Okay, so basically the prompt ran, and it's basically repeating all the rules that it's going to keep and all the logic that it's going to use to figure out what to do. And so the only thing I have to do now is to get started. I have to give it a vehicle. So let me do that. Let me give this prompt a vehicle, and now it's going to run its analysis. So basically, Grok is giving me all the details about my depreciation. Now, I'm not an expert, and I think this is exactly what we want to explain in this video. How, even though the AI models tell you that they could make mistakes, how am I supposed to be able to verify this? It would take years of experience to kind of like determine if what I'm seeing on the screen is true or not. So one of the things you can do, and I think most people do this, is basically they grab this and they go to the other AIs, right? And they basically say, hey, is what am I reading here? Is this accurate? So is this accurate, right? And then you would paste the results from Grok, right? If you were using Grok, and you would do the same in Copilot, right? And you would do the same in Gemini. Is this accurate, right? And this is fine. This is fine because you're having the AIs cross-check themselves. The problem with this approach is that every time the answer is going to come in different formats, okay? Right, so you see every answer is different. And it could be all true, but it's harder to read. It's harder to understand if you are going across different. This takes time, okay? So what are we going to do? We're going to make this better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that original prompt, the over depreciation prompt, and I'm going to add a simple validation, which is going to cross-check against all the other AI. So let me do that. I'm going to grab this validation section, and I'm going to go to the bottom of the Uber prompt, and I'm going to add it. And then I'm going to select everything. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to go back to Grok, and I'm going to run it again, but this time it has the validation section in the bottom, okay? See, the validation section is right here, post validation. So let's run it again. It should remember the same vehicle. Let's see what happens. So here it goes. It starts giving me all the information and remember the same vehicle, but this time it gave me the ability to validate. So I'm going to click yes. or I'm going to write yes, hit enter. And what's going to do, it's going to turn my result into a prompt. And that is the key to this whole thing. So now my result is not a result that you would expect as an answer, but it's an actual prompt. So here it is. So you're going to act as an independent auditor, okay? And so it gave the same information I was reading before, but now it's giving a clearly formatted answer for the different AIs to answer. So let me copy this. I'm going to start right here, cross-model validation, and I'm going to end right here. Okay, I'm going to copy this, and then I'm going to use these links. So I'm going to open this in the new tab. So it's going to go here in the top. So let me close the previous three just to make this more clear. I'm going to open Claude in a new tab right here. Gemini, same thing, is going to go on the top. Copilot, DeepSeek, Quen, and Kimi. Okay, now I don't have to type anything anymore. Everything is already inside the prompt, including the answer format. So if I run this here, and I'm going to do the same thing for Claude, I'm going to paste it in here. I'm going to go to Gemini, paste it, run it. I'm going to go to Copilot, paste it, run it. DeepSeek, same thing, paste it and run it. Quen is kind of weird. If you try to paste a long prompt, it's going to give you the 1,000 character limit. Ignore it, just run it once, and it's going to give you a new window. I'm going to close this, and in this new window, you're going to stop that prompt. And then this second prompt window is going to allow you to paste a longer prompt. So let's run it. I'm going to go to Kimi and run it. Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different AIs cross-checking everything. And now the answer is going to be standardized. Now I have a table answer for the different categories. You see, if I go to Claude, same thing. I'm going to have a table answer for the different categories. If I go to Gemini, same thing. I'm going to have a table answer. This is so much easier to read. If I go to Copilot and I scroll down, same thing. If I go to DeepSeek, same thing. I have a table that I can easily read for the different sections. Quen, same thing. See? If I go to Kimi, same thing. And so this is so much easier to read, and it's much more improved. And the only thing you have to do is just add that small section validation to your existing prompt. Okay, for our second example, we're going to do this very simple silver or Bitcoin investment prompt, which is going to tell us which one is better for a short-term investment, mid-term, and long-term. And this time we're going to move our original AI model to ChatGPT instead of Claude. Okay, and we're going to run it without validation. And here's the answer. And as you can see, if I wanted to cross-check this answer, I would have to basically highlight this whole section one more time, and basically go to the different AI models, okay, and do the same thing. I would have to start asking, is this accurate? Okay, and then paste whatever ChatGPT told me. Is this accurate? And the problem with that is exactly the same problem as the Uber driver. Okay, every time you ask something to an AI model and you don't give it a specific format for the answer, it's going to take you longer to read if it's true or not, right? So we're going to go back to So let me close these two so we don't make that mistake again. Let me go back to ChatGPT, and then I'm going to grab my validation section. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to my silver Bitcoin prompt. I'm going to add that section in here. So now my silver and Bitcoin prompt has a validation section. Okay, so let me do that. Let's go back to ChatGPT, run it again. Okay, now ChatGPT is giving me everything it gave me before, but it should prompt me if I want to validate this. Okay, there we go. Would you like to validate this? I'm going to say yes. Okay, so what's going to happen now is that it's going to give me my answer inside a code box. This is called a code box, and it's so much easier to copy and paste. Okay, so I'm going to copy. You see it, copy right here. And then I'm going to start opening all the different AI models and tabs up here, right? Grok, Copilot, DeepSeek, Quen, and Kimi. And since I already have everything copied because it was inside a code box, I can paste it in here. Now, this is no longer a simple result. This is a prompt, a cross-model independent auditor. So, and it's going to tell Claude and all the different AIs to give me the answer in a formatted table. So let's do that here in Claude. Let's go to Gemini, paste the same thing. I'm going to go to Grok, paste the same thing. Copilot, same. DeepSeek, the same thing. Once again, in Quen, if we paste the whole thing, it's going to give me 1,000 character limit. And what you want to do is you want to ignore that. It's going to open a new tab, close the original tab for Quen, stop whatever Quen was doing, and now paste the whole thing again. Go to Kimi and paste it. Okay, so let's go back to Claude, which should be done by now. And you can see it gave me the answer in a very nicely formatted table. Okay, let's go to Gemini, same thing, gave me the answer, analyzed what ChatGPT was telling me which one is better for short-term, long-term analysis or investment. If we go to Grok also gave me a table. Okay, remember the first prompt, the first example, we ran that in Grok, and then we cross-checked across the other AI models. This time we started in ChatGPT and we're cross-checking across all the other remaining AI models. So how did Copilot do for the silver Bitcoin? Same thing, gave me a table. DeepSeek, same thing, a very easy to read table. Quen, stay logged out. Okay, very easy to read if it's accurate or not. This is AI cross-checking. This is how you need to do it. And it takes no more than adding 23 lines to your existing prompt, and it will generate the links, and it will generate the formatted table for the results to come back. That's it. So every prompt used in this episode will be available in GitHub, and this link will be available in the video description below. The way to use GitHub, you can actually click on the prompt and you can download it right here, or you can download the zip, which has all three prompts, including the validation. And something very peculiar about GitHub, for example, this is the validation block. And for some reason, it just hides the link. So what you want to do, if you only want to download or see this particular prompt, you're going to click on code. And there you can see the raw format that you want to use if you want to add the validation to your prompts. Once again, this link and the link for the entire episode will be available in the video description. And don't forget, you can always contact me via LinkedIn, and thank you for watching.